Hey, this is Jafar. I'll give you a detailed demo of the school management software today. So let's get started. So this is the login screen for the admin, and we'll just click on sign in. So now this is the dashboard. There are a lot of widgets over here which shows the number of staff present today, number of students present today, then the fees collection for this current month, and then income for the current month, then expense in a pie chart, and then you have fees collection expense for the academic year. And there are a lot of other important widgets which are shown on the dashboard, like monthly fees collection, monthly expense, number of students, teachers, accountant, librarians, receptionist, and then you have a calendar which shows all the events and to-do lists. So it's pretty useful and informative. Now, starting with front office, like you can capture admission inquiry over here. You can create an inquiry, then create follow-ups, so that you can keep a track of the admissions, all the inquiries you receive, all the parents who walk in or call you. You can keep a track with the track of record of the follow-ups and everything. And all this information is filtered. You can filter it by date, from and to date, and the type of source and status. So which you can keep a track how many total inquiries you got, how many were closed, how many were dropped. So everything you can keep a track of that. So now visitors book, you have phone call log, you have postal dispatch or the postal receive. So basically this is something a receptionist or a person who is managing the reception must need this. So it's a very important feature. It's a must-have feature. Now students information. Now here, this is a very important feature. You can add students according to the class and section, and then search them by their name or roll number or enrollment number or any data actually. So here, this is a list of all the students in nursery. If you want, you can switch between classes. There it is. So you can view the details, you can edit the details, you can add fees or manage the fees details, and there's a detailed view as well. So this is a detailed view of the student. So it basically shows a picture. We don't have any picture, so it's no image here. So now let's see what details can we have here. So it starts with admission date, date of birth, then their contact details, their caste relation, and then address, and then their parents or guardians details, their occupation, their contact details, and then even more details like blood group or student house, height, weight, and height weight as on a particular date, and then national identification number and the bank details. So now the next module, another set of this module is fees. So you can see a complete statement of fees of this particular student over here. So the total fee, then total paid fee, and the balance. And also it is month-wise. You can see it's tuition fee for August, September, October, November, and December. So there are some paid and some unpaid ones, so it shows you the balance as well. Now you can also upload any documents of this particular student. You can upload them here. You can, like if you want to maintain a record for their birth certificate or a national ID card or any other details, you can just keep upload the documents over here. And you can also maintain a timeline, like putting some information about the students over here, and it is only shared with the student and parent. Next is like if you want to switch between the students of same class and section, like you can just switch from here. So basically it saves time. Next is a student admission. These are the fields which we are recording at the time of admission, and then we can assign a sibling over here so that parents don't have to use two different logins for each student. They can log in for one account and see details for all the students, all the children studying in this school. Alright, so this is quite helpful. And then you have another feature, online admission. This is something you can integrate with your existing website, even if it is a small website, static website. All you have to do is just integrate this form. Once the parents fill up that form, all the inquiries will be received here. It will show up here. Alright, so it's quite important feature. If it can be integrated with the website, then that increases the chances of getting more admissions. Now, disabled students, like there's a feature where you can disable a student, so it shows all the students which are disabled, or you can say a suspended students. So it could be for any reason, and you can use that reason over here and it will show you a list of all the students who have been disabled. Next is a multi-class student. This is another feature where you can assign a student to attend another class for a period of time. Like the student is an LKG student, but you can assign him nursery for a while. Like if you want them to learn something from there, if they are not completed or like if they are not up to the mark, then you can send them to another class for a period of time and keep a record of their homeworks and everything from there. So the other teacher can assign the homeworks, and all the tasks are also shown according to that class. So this is another feature, very important feature. Now, bulk delete, like if you want to delete students in bulk, you have to just select the class. You can multi-select from here, check, and delete. And here you can delete them. So it's a very important feature, but so you have to be very careful using that. This is a student category. You can basically categorize students. It depends on the school how they categorize students. So based on the merits or the sports selection or something of that sort, you can categorize them from here. Or you can also categorize them based on the scholarships or non-scholarship program students. Now, student house, I have as many groups over here. Student house, so you can assign those houses students to those houses. Now, disabled reasons, like we have seen a feature where we have disabled students, so we can add reasons for over here, like due to attendance, like a suspension reason. You can say you can add as many reasons you like, and accordingly you can pull up a report later on. So now there's another feature, that's fees collection. So here it is. You can select a class, you can select a section or just a class, right? And these all students, and these are all the students, and now you can collect the fees for them. An invoice is generated for each month's payment, and a payment receipt is generated, and it's you can send it through SMS or email of your, like you can choose a mode of communication as you like, and accordingly it will be sent to the parents. So here, if you want to add a fee, like just add fee. If you are adding discount or fine, it's also included in this. It could be check, DD, or cash. There's another thing, like parents can pay the fees online as well. Like you can integrate it with your website, existing website, where parents can log in and make the payment. So this is pretty much about the fees. And likewise, you can switch between the students right from here. instead of going back searching again, you can do it right from here. So this is the fee collection module. You can see fee payment. Let's say so this is a payment ID, and you can search it is actually generated with every receipt. So this is the receipt over here, 90 by 1. So it was generated over here. So 90 by 1, 90 by 2, 90 by 3. That means it was paid in 3 different installments. So the fee of 3,200 was paid in 3 different installments. So this is quite like you can keep a track. It's actually generating 3 different receipts based on the payment. It's quite impressive. So now next is search due fees. Now this is a very important feature, like selecting a particular section and saying which student has how much balance. So this is another feature where it's a very important feature. It shows balance fee. So you can pull up a report likewise, but this is not a report. You can generate reports from the reports module. Okay. Now fees master, you can design and structure the fee system based on fees type, fees group, and fees master, and you can assign likewise to all the students. Like if you have if you're not collecting fees in monthly mode, it can be, instead of June, it's going to be term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. It need not to be so many rows. It's just going to be the terms over here, and you can assign those terms with groups. So whether it's tuition fee or whether it's combined, everything is included over there. So you can do it that way, and you can just assign. You can add the amount, like from here. You can choose a due date and amount, and then from here you can assign it to a class or student or all the students at once. So all you have to do is just assign them. So it's very easy and very flexible. So in case if you have a term fee structure or full fee structure, it's compatible with all types. Now fee discount, like you can add a discount type, pre-configure it so that the accountant can just select that particular discount type, and it will be applied automatically. Next is fee carry forward. Like let's say this year's fee, you are carry forwarding it to next year. All you have to do is just specify those numbers here, and it's going to be carry forwarded. Right now there's no data, so it's not going to show up here. So the balances are 0 right now, but you can forward them. Next is fee reminder. You can send a reminder, auto reminder actually, if you just activate this. So it goes 2 days before the date. Like let's say if the due date is 1st of June, then it's going to send a message on 30th May. So it will automatically send it. So it's quite useful feature, another useful feature. Now the fees collection is one income source which we are maintaining, but the school can have, a school or institution or university, it can have multiple income sources. So you can maintain like income source over here. It could be donation, it could be something else, a rent or something for the building. If you have a part of the building given on rent, then you can also maintain that over here. So this is how you can pull up a report, and it also includes the income with fees, and it can give you a combined report, total income and total expense. So here you can manage expense, you can add expense based on the type of expense heads. And then again, you can also manage expense head as well. You can create as many expense heads and then maintain those expenses records. Now, student attendance, we have another feature now that has where you can actually get a biometric attendance from the students, and any student that has not attended the school, if they have not given the biometric attendance, then it will automatically send a SMS to the parents. But you can also take attendance manually, if you just select the class. This can be done by the teachers actually. This is a simple form. All you have to do is just check present, absent or late, and then that's it. And when you click save, it will automatically send SMS to parents whose children have been absent or late. It will send a SMS to them. So it's all automated. You don't have to send or have another system that sends SMS. So it saves a lot of time. So if you are going to take a past date attendance, you can just choose from here, just select the class and choose another date, and you can view or take attendance as well if you have not taken already. Approve leave, like parents can apply, and because parents have a login of their own, so they can apply for a leave, and those leaves can be seen here, and you can approve them or disapprove them, or you can create a leave request right from the back end also. So choose the class, choose the student, and apply date, which date they're applying, from date to date. Alright, and the reason for that, and you can save it. And another thing is exam group. This is a very important feature. Now you can configure as many types of exams list, here we have formative assessment and summative assessment, and you can assign the exams as well. So you can create schedules for the exam, and then you can add results for the exams by the session. This way. Alright, and then design admit card. Some schools and colleges, they have admit card for this. You can say hall ticket. Then you can print them all at once. You can just choose the session, the class, then the template, and you can print them. You can generate this, and then here you can design mark sheet. You can add image, logo, and everything. You can design multiple templates actually. Here you can add all the details, and then you can print the mark sheets. Let's say we are going to print for this exam class 10 A, this way. Okay, now we are going to select the students we want to generate for, and that is it. So you can actually place your logo, signature, and everything over here, and this will generate for each student. You can see it is being generated for each different student. So it's very easy to generate reports and marks grade. You can add grades over here. You can configure different types of grades and grade points based on GPA, based on alphabetical grading or college grading system. It's totally customizable. Next is online exams. So here you can actually create online exams. You can publish them. Students can log in and they can go through the test, and all the tests are automatically evaluated. So while you create the exam, all you have to do is just add questions from the question bank. So here's the question bank. You can create questions and you can add answers to it. For example, let's see, what is the shape of the earth? That's the question. Now you give the options and then you give the answer. See, so from the during the exam, when the student selects C, that is considered as the correct answer, and he'll get the points for that. And if he or she chooses to answer B or D or A, then that's going to be an incorrect answer. So this is how it works. So you can add as many questions in the question bank and then assign to a certain exam, and you can assign it to certain students. Here you can just choose the class and then assign it to them, so that when they log in they can attend the exam online, and even the results are published online. It's very interactive and very easy. So next is academics. Here you can actually maintain the timetable for the class teachers, and then assign class teacher, then assign then promote students from one class to another at the end of the year. Then subject groups, you can create a group of subjects, and then you can create subjects, then you can create classes, class from nursery to 10th or 12th, or even college classes. And then sections for each class you can define here. It's basically where you define all the academics. So here starting, just have a look at the timetable, how it looks. It's not assigned right now, but this is how you do it. From Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, you can define as working or non-working day. Here, choose a class, a subject. So basically you need to assign the subject group, and then that appears over here. Teacher's timetable. Now you can choose a certain teacher and see their timetable, or assign their timetable. Now you can assign class teacher to a certain class. Now this teacher is assigned, let's say, LKG section A, and you just assign them like this. So yeah, you basically you need to assign for all classes. Now promote student, class, and then section. Now this needs to be done at the end of the academic year, when you move students from one class to another. So here they continue or leave your school. So if they continue, then they are either pass or fail, and you promote them. So you just mark them and promote. Now here are subject groups. You can assign subjects to certain groups, like nursery, section A, mathematics. You can assign this to a class, and then you give it a name. This is where you create subjects, you can name it physics, then whether physics theory or practical, and you can go chemistry theory or practical, and you can create the subject. Here you can create classes and assign them to sections, and you can create sections over here, A, B, C, or like that. There's no limit. You can create as many sections are required. Next is human resource. Under human resource, you can manage staff directory. It's just like students record, but it's for the staff. Then staff attendance, payroll, and approve leave request. It is just like the one for the student. Then apply leave type, then teachers rating, then department, which department they belong to, then what's the designation. You can create as many designations you like, and disabled staff. Like you can disable a staff member and you can define a reason, like it's like a suspension or something of that sort. So just like we have for the students. So this is how the staff directory appears. So teachers, accountants, librarian, receptionists, all can be under one roof. You can have all the details over here. It's quite extensive. Their contact information, qualification, their work experience, their current address, and then bank details, social media details, then their payroll, it's generated from here, their leaves, attendance, and then documents. If you can attach any documents over here, then you can maintain a timeline. You post something and between the admin and the teacher. So here, so you have teachers, you have accountants, librarian. You can switch between the staff members here. So it's pretty much everything over here. And then communicate. Under communicate, you can maintain a notice board. Notice board is nothing but what logged in users can view related to teachers, students, or parents. Like you can just post a message and message to and send, notice date, publish on, and you can put a title and message. But this it does not send any SMS, but it shows up in their dashboard. Whereas you can send email to all students or all guardians or teachers, accountants, librarian. You can choose any role and you can send them title, attachment, and then you can drop the message over here and you can send it. Title is the subject of the email. You can send it, or you can send it to a certain individual. It could be a student. You can send it to a single or multiple student, like this, or you can send it to guardians, like this, or you can send it to a certain class. You can choose a class and you can send it to them at once. So all students from LKG, they will receive this message. And there's another feature like this actually checks for students or or staff member whose birthday it is today, and it shows here, and you can send a message to them. So basically there's no one's birthday today, so it won't show up here. And next is send SMS. Now this is just like a bulk SMS thing, and instead of using a third-party system, you can do it right from the school management system. So you type the title over here just for the record, and the message over here. You can type any message, then you can select the roles whom you want to send, student, teachers, guardians, or just specific students, and it will be sent to all students at once, just once. And then individual, you can again select an individual student or multiple students and send it to them. Or you can select it to an entire class. Let's say you select class 10th and you send it to them. The message will be sent to all students, all parents whose students are in 10th class. And likewise, you can send a SMS for birthday as well. Next is logs. Like whenever you send, it keeps a track of log, where the date, what the message was, and you can see to whom it was sent. Next is download center. You can create assignments, study material, syllabus. You can upload the content over here and you can share it with parents so that they can download it or view it from their login panel. And next is homeworks. Teachers can add homework. It will be shown to parents, and an SMS will be going to the parents that the homework is done, and that homework has been assigned, and they can check it online with the link. So it sends a SMS or email reminder. Next is library. And one more thing, I just wanted something which I missed, like likewise, even for the examinations, whenever exam results are added to the system, an SMS is sent to the parents. So let's continue. The homework is done. Now library, so you can maintain a list of books that you have in your school, in which rack it is, author, and how many quantities you have, the price of the book, and the date the book was added to the system. And then you can add student and staff members and issue it to them. You can issue a book and again add returns of the books over here. Likewise, you can maintain inventory for other items or supplies, like stationery or something that can be sold in the school. So you can maintain an entire inventory over here. You can categorize the inventory. You can have a store location for that. You can record suppliers, vendors where you buy it from, their contact details and everything. Next is transport. Many schools, they have transport, so you can create a route. Let's say a route is set okay, let's say if this is the route and the fare is 1,000, you create it over here, and where is 800, and then you can create vehicles. 1001, model number CX, your name 2015, driver name John, driver license number something, driver contact number something, and you create it. Okay, 1002, and then vehicle model 2016. License number something, and the contact number. Now we'll assign these drivers to the vehicles we created. Now assign. Now right. That's it. These vehicles are assigned to this particular route. So now, getting back to student details. Now, select. You can assign this student to specific route. And also collect fee for that. You can create a fee for transport, and you can assign it, and likewise you can collect the transport fee and pull up a report how much balance you have for the transport fee from which student, and in total how much balances are there and how much collection you have got. So you can basically keep a track of everything. Like also you can under human resource, you can add the drivers and maintain the payroll. So in fact you get a income and expense both for the transport as well. So likewise, we have hostels, hostel rooms, hostel type, and then you can assign hostels to the students. And then certificate, you can generate. This is just like the mark sheet, but it has you can generate a certificate. In fact, complete the design for that. So let's say if you click on generate certificate, class 10th, a certificate sample, search. When you click generate, it's will straight away generate it, just like that, this way. For each student, you'll have a certificate there with their names and details, and this can be basically aligned properly with landscape paper because it's a landscape design, this way. So it's very easy for you to generate certificates, and then you can also generate ID cards over here. Just select the class and generate. This way. So when you print it and cut it, it's properly aligned because there's no proper picture here, but it's perfectly aligned here. This way. So you can generate, select the students and generate that. Next is front-end CMS. Basically, this is something that comes with the website. What parents can see, events. If you want to post some events, you can post events, upcoming events and everything, or some event which has already been taken place. You can just post it under news. Then you can maintain a gallery. You can post some images over here, and that can be seen by the parents on the front end. Then you have media manager. You can upload as many images you like over here. You can also add YouTube videos. Then you can create some pages for the parents to view, like home, complaint page, 404 page, and this actually looks something like this. So this looks something like this. This is a rough design. We haven't designed this, but if you don't have a website already, you can use such pages. And this is a admission form which online users can submit the form from, and that will actually show you results over here under student information, online admission. It comes right here. So it's all integrated. And then complaints, you have it in front office. You can when someone submits here, it shows up in the front office, and then you can also receive contact inquiries from here. So it's quite dynamic. So front-end CMS means the same thing, and the menu is nothing but the menu you see it here. You can create pages and assign menu, and it shows up there. Now reports are this is where you can generate student reports, guardian reports, student history, student login, class subject report, admission report, homework evaluation report. Then you have student profile, you have sibling reports. So it's quite extensive reporting system. So this is how you can export it to Excel, you can print, you can save it as PDF. So there's a lot of options over here. You can also choose the columns which you don't want you can just uncheck and remove the columns from here. Then you have finance report, fee statement, balance fees report for each student and group. So even the expense report, payroll reports. So it's quite extensive. Like you can select the period as well, today, this week, this month, this quarter, this half year, or year, or this year, or last year, and custom period as well. You can choose between dates and pull up a report for certain expense head as well. Next is income group. Likewise, you can pull up an income group report. Then you can pull up payroll report, and then income report, all the reports. Then fee statement, choose a class, section, a certain student, and print it. Fees collection report, like how much you got this month and collected by which user, by class. You can pull up a report over here like this. It's quite fine report. So balance fee report, you can choose the class and section and pull up a report for this particular class, total, how much fees, the total fees, the total balance, and also how much they have paid and how much is balance. You can pull up an entire report over here. Then you have a fee statement for each student. You can pull up a fee statement. And also online fee collection report. This is something you select this year. It won't show up anything because we don't have any data for that, but it shows payment ID, name, class, fees type, mode of payment. Obviously it's going to be PayPal or something like of that sort, so whichever payment gateway you're going to use is going to show that. Next is attendance report. You can pull up biometric attendance log, you can pull up attendance report, you can pull up student attendance report, staff attendance report, and likewise it will show here. Then you have exam reports. You can pull up a rank report over here. Right now we don't have any data so far, but still I'll just show you how it is pulled. This is how it is pulled. Rank report. And then online exams, online exam wise report, online exam report, online exam rank report, online exams attempt report, and then human resource report, payroll and staff report, both. You can select by this. And then library, and then inventory, book issue report, book return, book due report, book inventory report, and then you have inventory report, stock report, add item report, issue item reports, transport, select class, and then select section, this way. So right now we don't have any data, that's why it's not showing anything over here. Likewise for the hostels, then user logs, what users, which user from which IP address has logged in from which browser at what time. You can pull up every detail from here. This is only for the admins. Audit trail report, got updated by which user, from which IP at what time, from which system and which browser. So it keeps a record of that as well. Now we have a backup system, where you can create a backup. I'm going to just show you how to create. It's very simple. I've created a backup. That's it. It's done. So it has it's been created with today's date. I can download and restore it. I can download it to my system. It's going to be an SQL file. I can just save it, or I can just restore it directly. It's going to be on the server anyhow. And then I can also restore it from the local file because if I have it downloaded in my system, I can just upload it, and I can just restore the file. And then languages. We have so many languages here. So all you have to do is just enable the language, and it will start showing up over in the system. You can just enable any language, and you'll start seeing in the system. Also, it might require some configurations, which will do it for you. And then custom field. See, the language has changed. Switch between languages. And now custom fields and system fields. Like these are the system fields which we have in the system for the student, for the staff. Now we can add custom fields, like field belonging to student, and input, number or text box, whatever you like. You can add it here and name the field, and then whether it's required or not during the data entry, visible on table or not, you can choose and have the field over here. So you can add as many fields required, so there's no limit on that. So basically this is pretty much everything we have here in the system. And one thing I think which I've missed out is the task and chat. Yeah. So now we have a feature that's to-do list. Let's say if I can create a to-do list for today, and let's say Saturday, to-do list, check homework. Mark it as private or public. I can mark it as public so that everyone can view that, or just private because I just want to use it for my own reference. So I've added that. Check homework for 4th of April. So now it's going to show me a notification that I have a task pending. Check homework. So if I finish it, it's marked as complete. So I can maintain a to-do list. Each teacher, each staff member can maintain their own to-do list. They can keep it private, and also they can keep it public. Now I can chat with any user. This is another advanced feature we have here. You don't need WhatsApp or anything like that. You can directly communicate with users. Just type the name of the student or staff member, and you can just start chatting with them. So we can chat in simultaneously with multiple users. That's it, and everything is tracked by the admin. Admin can view all the chats. They can keep log of all the chats. So yeah, and next thing is user can manage their own password from here. Change password or change profile picture, that can be done from here. So this is pretty much everything we have on the school management software. If you like this software, please contact us, and it's very affordable. Thank you for watching the demo.